God gave me something in a dream once, and I wrote it down, and it became one of my best quotes. I'm an author, and I have a lot of quotes, a lot of popular, powerful quotes. But this one quote is my favorite quote, and it transformed my life. I still use it to this day, and I want to share with you in this video, share with you how the quote came about, and also break down the quote because I wanted to impact your life as much as it has impacted me. I shared this quote once with a lady right after God gave it to me, and it totally transformed her way of thinking. Just this one quote. So I'm gonna share with you in this video. It's not gonna take me that long. Walk with me. Listen, I'm Billy Miller, the motivational minister, and they call me the motivational minister because I help people to improve their lives by teaching them life skills in the Bible. And one day it was about to be, I was watching this New Year's service, and this minister was speaking, and he was talking about dreams. uh Not dreams like accomplishing goals dreams, but like natural dreams, like when you go to sleep and you dream. And he said God speaks to you in your dreams if you'll just ask him. And he gave us an assignment. He said, I want you to pray and ask God to speak in your dreams. Keep a notebook beside you, and when God speaks to you, you'll write it down, because if you don't write it down, you may wind up forgetting later. So I listened to what this minister said, and the night before I went to bed, I prayed and asked God to speak to me in my dream. And I put a notebook beside my bed, just like the man of God said. Sure enough, God spoke to me in my dream. And this is what he said. And I quickly woke up and wrote it down. But this is what he said. I'm going to put the quote up here. I want you to take a screenshot of that. It says, don't exchange your vision for other people's limitations. I'm going to say it one more time. Don't exchange your vision for other people's limitations. This is my favorite quote, so you'll know. So I most definitely want you to take heed to what I'm about to say. And this is actually, I actually included it in my first book. So many of you may have read this or heard of this before, because I mentioned it in this book. I didn't go in depth about it like I am now, but I did mention it in this book. If you don't have the book, just look in the description of the video and find out how to get the book. But if you have that book, I can't remember what page it's on. But listen, let's break this down. Don't exchange your vision for other people's limitations. Listen, God, everybody has a vision, just like you have a distinct fingerprint. You have a distinct vision. God puts you on this earth to do something. See, you're not here by accident. You're not here by chance. You're not here and God's trying to figure out, I wonder what I'm going to do with this person. No, God created your purpose and your vision first. Then he created you for it. Listen, you most definitely, and you know what? Let me give you a short definition of vision, just a simple definition of what I mean by vision. Take a screenshot of this. Vision is seeing the future before it comes into being. Seeing the future before it comes into being. The essence of vision is being able to see further than your physical eyes can see. A good resource on vision. This is my favorite book. It's funny we talk about my favorite quote. Let me show you my favorite book besides the Bible, of course. But as far as just a nonfiction book, this is my favorite book. It's called The Principles and Power of Vision by Dr. Myles Munroe. This is my favorite book of all time. I actually did a book review on this on my other channel, Billie at Billie Reads. If you're not following me on that other channel, most definitely follow me on that, because I give out good book recommendations and book reviews. I'll link that in the description of this video in the show notes. Just look in the description. Most definitely go and subscribe over there. But also, I give a whole breakdown on this book. But also, if you're interested in this book, I'll put that in the description as well. But it's a good book on vision if you want to know more about vision. But God gives you vision. And as a matter of fact, let me give you this little, let me see. Let me put it up here. I got the chart right here, but I believe that light is going to make it hard for me. So I got a backup plan. So look up at the screen. I know you're multitasking. This is the time to look up at the screen. So look at the screen. This is you right here with vision. That's like a light bulb. Don't be judging my drawing either. All right. So this is your vision. This is you with vision. You have these ideas, this vision in your head. You're seeing the future. Maybe you have a book idea. Maybe you have a business concept. Maybe you have this invention. Maybe you're something you're seeing in the future that is playing over and over in your head and is becoming real to you. It's tied with your purpose. And so you have this idea, you have this dream, you have this vision, and it's big. Maybe you called the ministry. Maybe you're about to start this women's group. Maybe you're helping the homeless. You're having a vision of something playing out in your mind. And it's big and it's an idea, right? And naturally, we seek validation from people. Now, I know people going to always say, well, you need to seek validation from God and not people. And that is true. But you are human. There's still a part of you, regardless of God stamped you and said, hey, this is your validation. This is what I want you to do. It's still a part of you that seeks validation from people. Listen, let me give you an example. Just say God anointed you to cook. I mean, God put you on this earth to be a cook. Listen, I don't care how good you are, I don't care how bad you in that kitchen, you throwing down. It's something about when that person tastes that food, that's this part of you that's waiting to see they're gonna like it. You already kind of know it. You know you're good at what you do, but there's still a part of you that soon as they take that first bite. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Listen, I've written four best-selling books. I remember my first two books. I had a Amazon bestseller. My second one was a #1 Amazon bestseller, right? So I had my third book. My third book, which is Whatever Devil, actually that one right there, that black and red. Even though I have two books bestsellers, with every book, I don't care. I know it's good. I feel it's good. I feel it's anointed. But it's something about I'm waiting to that when a book is published and that book is released. I'm waiting for that first person to read it, and I'm waiting for them to say, "Oh, this is good." Why? Because there's some part of you that seeks this validation, and I think it's natural. Of course, you want validation from God over people, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But there's a part of you that wants somebody to kind of give you validation. As a matter of fact, let me just explain to you what I mean by validation. Here's the definition right here. This one part of it: to recognize, establish, or illustrate the worthiness or legitimacy of. It's like you just want somebody to recognize this thing that you're visualizing, this thing that you're seeing. Let's look at another part of the definition and make more sense. The act of confirming something as true. See, it's true, but sometimes you just need that person. Maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's an authority figure or maybe it's someone who's in the same field, kind of give you that affirmation, that validation. It's one thing I always hear, like I hear a comedian maybe doing his thing and we think he's funny, but then there's this greater comedian that's over him, say Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy. And when they say that they're funny, it's like it confirms something in them. I hope this makes sense. Listen, if you understand what I'm saying, hit that like button. But it says the act of confirming something as true, correct, or acceptable. The act of acknowledging another person's feeling, acknowledging experiences or opinions to show that you hear and understand them. You just want to be understood because you have this idea and you just want to. Sometimes it's so big you wonder, am I crazy? And it kind of gives you some sort of confirmation when somebody say, "Oh man, yeah, that's it right there. You're doing a good job." Even if they don't agree to do it themselves, even if it's not something for them to do, but it's something they say, "Man, that's a God idea right there." All right. And so what happens is we seek validation from other people. But here's where the problem comes in. We often seek it from the wrong people. Just think about that. You have this idea, you have this vision, you have this dream. And see, That's why you can't share your dreams with everybody. And this is the mistake. Because if you mess around and share your dreams with the wrong person, usually it's somebody who's limited. I did a video series, and I'll put it up here, or I'll put it in the link it in the description of this video, about limit people. That's, you're either three kinds of people. You're either a limited, or you're a limited person, a realistic person, or a faith person. And if you're sharing this vision, you have this big idea, this big dream, this big goal, and you're not sharing it with another faith person, and more likely you're probably sharing it with a limited person, but you're sharing it with this person because this person is in your family. As a matter of fact, let me put this on the screen right here. See, that's you right there with the bright idea, and you're about to see this exchange. Remember the quote. Don't forget the quote we're talking about. Don't exchange your vision for other people's limitation. So here you are, right? You have this idea, and here's part of the exchange. You go into this person because this person is a family member. So this person is on the left right here. See the little, we'll call that a cloud of limited thoughts. That's why I got to just scratch like that. They don't have no vision. This person can't, they don't have vision. They can't see past their failed marriages. They can't see past their bills, and they can't see past their hurts and their limitations. So they're not the best resource to help you with your vision. And so because they can't dream that big, they're so limited. Here you are, right? Here's part of the exchange. I hope you're seeing it. That's why I got the arrow right there. You're excited, right? You see that smiley face? You're excited. And this is your classmate. This is your friend. This is your family member, right? This may even be your parents. And you're saying, listen, I got this idea, and here's what it is. What do you think? Right? And what happens? Uh-oh. Because they're limited, they're going to tell you, oh man, you're gonna need money to start that. You trying to do what? Why you need a house that big? Oh man, you ain't gonna be able to do all that. Oh, you dreaming too big, right? Here's the other part of the exchange. Remember, you gave them your idea. Now here's what they giving you in return: their limitation. Now I hope you're seeing the exchange. You gave them your vision, your idea, right? And in return, they gave you their limitation. Did you see the exchange? Hit the like button if you see the exchange. As a matter of fact, if you see the exchange, write the word exchange in the comment section just to let me know that you follow me. You gave them your idea, right? You gave them your vision. You told them your dream. You got it? And in exchange, they gave you their limitation because they want the best resource to help you with their vision, because they can't even see past what's right in front of them. How they gonna help you with your future? They can't even see past what's right in front of them. And now y'all made an exchange. Now, here's the bad part about the exchange. Let me put this on the screen. Once they made the exchange, now you leave with their limitations. See, you still over there on the right. Now you don't have that light bulb no more. Now you have their cloud of limitation over your head, and you walk away with their limitation. You thinking to yourself, man, you know what? Who was I kidding? I knew I was dreaming too big. Oh, I knew I was doing too much, right? And you walk away with their limitation. But look at them. Remember, you gave them their vision. They limited. They can't do nothing with that. They just go throw your little idea in the trash. They're not gonna take that with them. They threw it. So now both of y'all leave limited. Both of y'all leave with no dreams fulfilled. And this is what this means when it says, don't exchange your vision for other people's limitations. Oh man, listen, I hope you listen, hit that like button. I hope that, listen, you most definitely want to share this video with somebody. Share it in your community. Share the link with somebody, text it to somebody, because this revelation is going to bless. I know it's going to bless your life, but allow it to help others to bless their lives too. And all of this came because I took the time and asked the Lord to speak to me in a dream. And that's the quote he gave me. And that's my favorite quote of all times. But listen, Let me tell you about this other dream I want to share with you. And this dream was wild. I'm talking about, I woke up disgusted. I said, how can I be a Christian and dream this dream right here, until it was interpreted? Oh man, I'm gonna share it in this video right here. You want to see that video? Listen, click that video and I'll see you there. Listen, I love you. Stay up, stay blessed, and always remember that the word is your life.